Hello and welcome to this lesson on genetic engineering and recombinant DNA. By the time you finish this video, you should be able to understand what genetic engineering is, explain how recombinant DNA is created and used, describe the applications of genetic engineering in medicine and agriculture. Let's explore how genetic engineering and recombinant DNA allow scientists to change the genetic code of living organisms to create useful traits. Think of genetic engineering as a copy and paste tool for the blueprint of life. Every living organism, from a tiny blade of grass to a human being, contains DNA, which holds the instructions that control how it grows, develops, and functions. As we can see below, scientists can carefully cut open a DNA strand using special enzymes that act like tiny molecular scissors. Parts of the DNA can be removed, altered, or replaced, while new genes carrying useful characteristics can be inserted into the DNA before the strand is joined back together again. This process is called genetic engineering, which is the direct modification of an organism's DNA to introduce desirable traits. It allows scientists to give organisms useful characteristics, such as pest-resistant crops or animals with improved disease resistance. Now let's look at recombinant DNA. Recombinant DNA is created when DNA from different organisms is combined together to form a new genetic combination. In this diagram, we can see DNA from bacteria and DNA from a plant being joined together. Scientists carefully take a useful gene from one organism and insert it into the DNA of another organism. By combining DNA from two or more sources, scientists can create genetically modified organisms, also known as GMOs. These organisms contain new traits, such as pest-resistant crops or bacteria that can produce human insulin for medical use. So, recombinant DNA allows scientists to combine useful genes from different organisms to create new and beneficial characteristics. Let's now explore one of the most important medical applications of genetic engineering, which is insulin production. In this process, scientists first identify the human insulin gene from human DNA. This gene contains the instructions for producing insulin. Next, the insulin gene is inserted into bacterial DNA. Once the bacteria receive this gene, they become genetically modified bacteria. As the bacteria grow and reproduce, they begin producing human insulin molecules. The insulin is then collected and purified before being placed into medicine, then be used to treat people with diabetes. This method is very efficient and reliable, which is why genetically engineered insulin is now widely used around the world. Scientists can genetically modify crops to make them more resistant to pests and diseases. Here, we can see genetically modified maize and wheat that contain pest-resistant genes. These crops have been modified using genes from bacteria that produce a toxin harmful to insects. Because of this, pests such as caterpillars and other insects are either killed or repelled when they feed on the crops. Some genetically modified crops are also engineered to tolerate herbicides. This means farmers can spray herbicides to kill weeds without damaging the maize or wheat crops themselves. As a result, genetic engineering helps reduce crop damage, improve crop yield, and make farming more efficient. Another important application of genetic engineering in agriculture is golden rice. Scientists genetically modify the rice by inserting genes into the rice DNA. As the rice grows, it produces beta-carotene, which gives the rice its golden color. Beta-carotene is important because the human body can convert it into vitamin A. This is very useful in parts of the world where people do not get enough vitamin A from their diet. A lack of vitamin A can lead to poor vision, blindness, and a weakened immune system. By providing an extra source of vitamin A, golden rice can help improve nutrition and support healthier vision. Genetic engineering is also being explored as a way to treat inherited genetic disorders through a method called gene therapy. In gene therapy, scientists insert a healthy copy of a gene into cells that contain faulty or damaged genes. The goal is to correct the genetic problem at its source, rather than just treating the symptoms. This approach may help treat genetic disorders such as cystic fibrosis and muscular dystrophy by improving how the affected cells function. As we have seen throughout this lesson, genetic engineering has become one of the most important developments in modern science. To conclude, genetic engineering has revolutionized medicine, agriculture, and many other fields. It enables us to modify organisms to produce beneficial traits, such as disease resistance, higher crop yields, and medical treatments like insulin production. As technology advances, the potential applications of genetic engineering are endless, but they also raise ethical questions that must be carefully considered. It's a tool that continues to shape our future in profound ways. Now, let's dive into some exam-style practice questions and apply everything we've learned about genetic engineering and recombinant DNA. Let's begin question number 1. Explain what genetic engineering is and how it is used to introduce desirable characteristics into organisms. Let's break this down clearly. Genetic engineering involves directly changing the genetic material of an organism. Scientists can remove unwanted genes, alter existing genes, or insert new genes into the DNA. These inserted genes often come from another organism that already has a useful characteristic. Final answer. Genetic engineering is the direct modification of an organism's DNA by removing, altering, or inserting genes to introduce desirable characteristics. This can include adding genes from another species to produce useful traits, such as pest resistance in crops or insulin production in bacteria. Next question. Explain what recombinant DNA is and how it is formed using genes from different organisms. Recombinant DNA is formed when scientists combine DNA from two different organisms into one genetic structure. This recombinant DNA can then be transferred into another organism, such as bacteria or crop plants. Once inside the host organism, the new gene is expressed, allowing the organism to produce the desired characteristic. Final answer. Recombinant DNA is DNA that contains genes from more than one organism, created by combining genetic material from different species. This process allows scientists to transfer useful genes, such as those for insulin production or pest resistance, into another organism to produce desirable characteristics. Final question. State one important use of genetic engineering in medicine and explain how it benefits human health. One of the most important medical uses of genetic engineering is the production of human insulin. Scientists first identify and isolate the human gene responsible for producing insulin. This gene is then inserted into bacterial DNA, usually using plasmids as vectors. The bacteria become genetically modified organisms, meaning they now carry the human insulin gene. As the bacteria grow and reproduce, they use this inserted gene to produce human insulin. The insulin is then harvested, purified, and prepared for medical use. Final answer. Bacteria are genetically modified by inserting the human insulin gene into their DNA, allowing them to produce human insulin. This insulin is then collected and purified for use in treating people with diabetes, providing a reliable and large-scale source of medicine.